where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, internal cleansing begins under the new leadership of the Bureau of Corrections, starting with the relief of 700 prison guards. Also, the new Bilibid Prison is slated to close in 5 years, and more reforms are underway to improve the Bureau haunted by controversies. Bureau of Corrections Director General Gregorio Catapang Jr. joins us in the program. The newly appointed Bureau of Corrections chief is determined to implement reforms in the agency with his first business of the day, a major reshuffle in its personnel and relieving hundreds of prison guards at the new Bilibid maximum security compound for numerous violations. Now that the new BuCor leadership reform agenda is at full speed, the agency is also working on the regionalization and decongesting the new Bilibid prison, actually moving that new Bilibid prison elsewhere. Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have Bureau of Corrections Chief Gregorio Catapang. Director General Catapang, thank you for your time. Welcome to the source, sir.
Yeah, thank you also for inviting me.
Director General, those 700 guards that were relieved last week, did that come as a surprise? Because 700 prison guards is a lot, and from my understanding, they were all supposed to be serving only the maximum Bilibid, maximum security compound, rather.
Yeah, I am too. I'm also amazed with the number of personnel that are guarding the 10-hectare quadrangle, the new Bilibid Prison maximum compound.
Yeah.
Because I think that's an overkill, but only to find out that some of them are not really being posted. They're just staying at home, and the attendance checking is done by somebody else just to signify that they are around. But they are not. They're not in their post all of the time.
Just to, put a little context into this, what we're showing, yung tinatawag po nating castle, hindi ho ba yun yung maximum security? Ito
yeah,
yan.
Sa likod yan, yan yung maximum.
Opo.
Maximum prison compound.
And what happens, sir, is that it's supposed to be 700 are tasked to secure that area only. Kasi meron pa hong medium at minimum, hindi ho ba?
Yeah, opo. Meron pa pong minimum, meron din medium.
Opo.
Sa maximum kasi, about 18,000 are there. And then sa medium, about 8,000. And then another 1,500 sa minimum.
Yeah.
So all in all, we're about 30,000 in this new Bilibid Prison compound.
I guess the reason I was starting with that is nagulat po ako because to me, from my recollection, yung pag-relieve po ng 700 guards, and it was stated that dyan lang sa maximum security compound, two things that immediately caught my attention. Ang dami pala nun. 700 sa maximum security compound. And number two, again, as I mentioned a while ago, I don't remember anyone relieving hundreds of guards at the new Bilibid Prison. At least umabot ng 700. Wala po akong naaalala.
Opo, kasi lahat po yan lahat na allegedly nagbabantay. But if I go around, titingnan ko yung mga outposts, yung mga tower, wala naman nagdo-duty. So sabi ko, ano ba nangyayari yan? Bilangin nyo nga talaga ilan ang naka-assign dyan and are they really doing their duty? So inisa-isa sila. They were physically accounted for. And the report that came to me is that they are not really posted in the maximum security compound. They are posting somewhere else. Some of them are in the office. Some of them are in the what you call the agro-industrial area. Mm-hmm. So they are not really doing a direct duty sa maximum compound.
But did it mean, sir, that these 700 were supposed to be, ano ba ibig sabihin na nagbabantay? Siyempre, nakikita po natin, supposedly, may mga umiikot na pulis sa taas, di ba?
Yeah,
Pero
yeah.
umiikot na pulis sa
Yeah,
baba.
yan yung mga nakikita mo na tower na yan.
Yeah.
There should be some people there. And then when you go around dun sa facility, you will see, you should be seeing people posted there. But they are nowhere to be found. So talagang minsan napabayaan na yan. So I am realigning the guards. And then, of course, what is more glaring is that they continue to misbehave. I still continue to receive reports that money is coming in, cigarettes are coming in, because ang nangyayari is when they will be posted on duty, they go to their locker room. May mga dala sila na mga cellphone, whatever. Cigarettes, and then sometimes yung the money of the PDL, because the PDLs are allowed to have 2,000 pesos a day. Sometimes when somebody visit the place, they give more than 2,000. Then we see that the pockets of the guards have plenty of money. So, and then of course their wallets. So I was questioning them, how come you need plenty of money inside the jail where in fact what you will do is just to be posted and guard the PDLs.
Okay, so you identified a number of infractions or misdemeanors. I remember during that interview sa labas po ng NBP, sa labas ng castle, sinabi niyo kasi mali na yung ugali na develop nila. So clearly you were saying that they violated BuCor rules and regulations. You said, sir, nagpapalag na hindi sila nagtatrabaho, nasa agro-industrial park, as you say, or nasa bahay lang sila at nagpapapirma sila ng attendance. Let's talk about yung sinasabi niyong possible corruption cases. Ano ho yun? Pagka may bumibisita, what happens? Nagpapabayad ho ba para makapasok ang bisita?
Yeah, dati 20 pesos lang yan, but over time, ngayon, we receive reports that they have to pay as much as 500 para ma-expedite yung pagpasok nila sa visitors area, and then at the same time para maipasok yung mga pagkain na dala nila. So sometimes kasi they tell na, ito bawal itong prutas kasi baka mamaya nandito yung shabu o whatever. Nandito yung mga illegal na mga epekto. So this defeats the purpose of having the dalaw system, na hindi naman nila nakakausap yung iba. Yung iba nga kung minsan na nakalimutan daw magdala ng ano ba yun, yung COVID card, pinauwi. So masyadong malaking hassle kawawa naman yung mga tao.
You know, sir, I wanted to find out from you, ito ho ba na it happened habang, remember, you were officer in charge, and then you were appointed, I believe, is it February or March, sir? No, I believe it was March. From that time, sir, na sinuspend si Director General Bantag at you came in, di ko ba sila natakot na bago to? Dapat magpapakapogi muna ako o gagalingan ko muna yung trabaho ko. That's my question, sir, because from the get-go you were saying, lilinisin niyo to. Something I've heard from other director generals in the past as well. But you mean they continue to do what they were doing in spite of you being there?
Yeah, yung kultura That's the culture. Silang lahat, kumbaga damaged goods na Lahat sila damaged na So I have to relieve the entire security force of the maximum security compound. And then I will try again to they will be retooled. They will go on seminar, 700 of them will have to do the parang re-education and re-indoctrination. It takes time, it takes a while, but I will give them the last chance. Kasi nga, some of them are really talagang recidivist or incorrigible. So, maybe one of these days, I'll see a BuCor employee inside the cell No? Sila na, ipakukulong ko na sila.
Pwede ba
They
yun,
really
sir?
refuse to reform themselves.
So, in terms of yung sinasabi niyong infractions, misdemeanors, or even alleged corruptions, what's the worst that you've seen since umupo po kayo?
The worst is yung they had a lot of money in their wallets, and then they are not able to explain it. And then when I asked somebody to let's say deposit that amount, no, when I was looking, asking them where's the money, pag nung sinole, nabawasan pa ng 50,000. So ganun ka talagang, they are so emboldened that they think they can get away with it. Kasi sasabihin nila, sir, ngayon ko lang po nabasa yung ano na yan regulation eh. I never thought that's part of regulation. Pero all those years, nandyan yan. So, medyo tayo, diplomasya pa rin hanggang ngayon. But I think many of them will be readed out, no, in due time. Kasi may nag-appeal pa na yung mga hindi validated o hindi nakapasa. You remember there's about 300 of them. They will have to be removed from office, because they don't qualify. So may 1 year pa yon. Meron pang almost 1,400 na invalidated. They got themselves promoted, but in fact they were not qualified at that time. They were given a time frame to make themselves qualified. Ngayon hindi talaga sila. So we're just waiting for the order of the CSC to really validate that they are not allowed to occupy their present positions.
Because they're not qualified for the promotion. But that's going to come from the CSC, no, sir? Okay, there's so much to talk about, but we need to take a very short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our source today, Bureau Chief Gregorio Catapang, Director General, dun sa 700. Could you tell us a number that could possibly face, number one, administrative cases or criminal cases?
Administrative cases siguro, maybe about 10 or 20. Kasi we cannot really file cases against them without the evidence. So it takes a while before you build up the evidence. Pero ongoing naman, ongoing. What is important now is I'm dead serious with my reforms. I can sack all the guards here and change them, because I have about the new blood that I'm training now. I have about 2,000.
Are there
New
2,000?
recruits.
I see. Because
I have about
you 700 ho, pinalitan ng 300. But just one last question before we go to that, sir. So sabi nyo, 10 to 20 for now could face administrative cases. Isn't that a low number, sir, but you had to relieve all 700? Could you explain that to us, please?
Yeah, because they are the bad example eh. And then yung culture of I would not like to say of impunity, no? That they know that they can get away with it kasi sila na sila eh. Kumbaga connivance na sila eh. Kumbaga sila nagtataguan, sila they help each other profit from within, no? May kumbaga may kabal na dito, may sindikato na dito na kailangan buwagin natin eh. So I have to relieve all of them. And knowing that 300 is enough, because pag may CCTV ka, may mga canine dogs ka who will not lie, and then you see them in your monitor.
Yeah, but if you
not
have
doing their job, so it's very easy to run this prison.
But wasn't one of the problems, sir? Wasn't one of the problems yung CCTV, ang sinabi niyo sa isang interview, ginalaw. Hindi ho ba?
Yeah. Binabaliktad pa para hindi raw sila makita.
Yeah, but if somebody does that, hindi ba nakikita na gagawin mo at ipapaling mo yon? What does that say about kung anong plano mong gawin? Hindi ho ba?
Yeah. Talagang matigas ang ulo nila.
Okay.
But I'm prepared to be patient with them. Hopefully, they will have a change of heart or change of mind. But kung tuloy-tuloy naman yung ano nila, being a recidivist, so we can also dismiss them from the service.
I see. Sir, let's talk about the 300 first na ipinalit nyo. In fact, pinalitan nyo po yung head ng maximum, si former Corrections Chief Inspector Lucio Guevara, replaced by Senior Inspector Purificacion Hari.
Yeah, it's a lady, but she's a lady king, no? Hari ang family name niya.
Opo. So,
She's the queen and the king of the maximum compound, security compound.
okay, so what kind of training, number one, do the 300 new guards have to undergo? At ifa-follow up ko na po na, siguro sir, how can you also be assured that the new guards will not be committing the same mistakes?
Kaya nga, we need to continuously give them their indoctrination, the challenges, make sure that they are really monitored well. The reports are coming in, the CCTV is there, and the dogs are there. The canine dogs. So it will help a lot. Kasi nga, I promise them that they will have a better future if they follow or they continuously join the reform movement that we are doing here.
Okay.
Kailangan ng lakas ng loob.
Opo.
Tiwala sa mga bagong dugo ng BuCor.
Yeah. Yung sabi nyo nga po katulad nung K9 at CCTV, hindi po sila nagsisinungaling. Sabi nyo kasi, even in the past, you kept saying this will be tech-driven. In other words, my understanding is you don't need that much people or human resources because may support. Meron pong CCTV, may K9. What about body cameras? Director General Catapang, do you plan to have some of your men use body cameras if needed?
Yeah, they will be issued body cameras. In fact, some of the cameras that they'll be using or the body cameras that they'll be using were from the confiscated cell phone. We will just put the app and then we can know where they are, whom they're talking to, and are they doing their duties while posted.
You're saying that those cell phones that were confiscated, is that correct, sir, will be used?
Yes.
You will put an app there to be able to monitor the guards.
Yes. There's an app that a software that we can use. We just buy an ordinary cell phone with a screen, so we can monitor.
When do you plan to do this, sir?
We're starting maybe next month kasi nandito na yung mga cellphone. We're just putting up the app, putting it in the cell phone.
Do you have enough internet access there, sir?
Yeah, we're using a satellite-based na yung aming internet access. So we have a powerful internet system.
Ang problema ho ata kasi sa loob, no? Kasi may jammers sa loob, obviously, para pigilan yung mga inmates na gumamit ng internet.
We will be removing the jammers kasi kami ang ginajam eh.
Yun na nga.
Hindi naman yung mga PBL eh.
That's actually my question because once the prison guards go inside, that's why I was gonna go to that. Wala pong internet access sa loob, hindi ho ba?
Bakit ako ginajam? Hindi ko tuloy matanggap yung mga text at nakatawag sa akin eh. So,
Okay.
better yet remove the jammers and let's have the internet system.
Okay. Anything that you discovered in the past months, sir? Anything new dyan po sa NBP?
Yeah, the first thing that I discovered was, number one, the last prison farm or the last prison and penal farm that was established was in 1973. And it was no less than the father of the president, the President Bongbong Jr. His father was the one who the last time who established it. That was 50 years ago. 1973, Salaite Prison and Penal Farm. So could just imagine na how many years, 50 years na napabayaan ito, no? And then now we are so congested here. We're having a hard time really providing the necessary amenities or comfort that the PDL needs, at a basic right for them to survive inside the prison cell.
Hence the plan to dismantle, hindi ho ba? Tanggalin na po yung NBP sa Muntinlupa because that alone, I guess per square meter carries its market value is very high na pwede pong paggamitan ng gobyerno. We'll talk about that, but we need to take a very short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. We'll be right back. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our source today, BuCor Chief Gregorio Catapang, Director General. So ang sabi niyo po, by 2028, yeah, the NBP will close down. Exactly what does this mean? Tatanggalin na po yung lahat ng structure dyan at ililipat po lahat ng inmates?
Yeah, the inmates, about 30,000 of them will be transferred to different regional prison and penal farms. So, and then what will remain here is the office or the headquarters, and then we will convert that maximum security compound into a museum, and then we'll lease about 330 hectares. So that we'll be able to raise the amount, maybe about 150, 160 billion pesos to relocate and replicate the facilities here somewhere else in the regional or in the regions.
Yeah.
Which includes,
So the plan is, even I think in the past, what some of the lawmakers wanted, sir, was that parang kung saan ho kayo talaga, where you reside, is more or less where you're supposed to be jailed. Kasi hindi na po detained, jailed, hindi ho ba?
Yeah.
For example, if you close down the NBP by 2028, where are you going to build the prison facility here, let's say in Metro Manila?
In Metro Manila, if you will be, we will close this down. North of Metro Manila, we will have the Port Magsaysay. And then south of Metro Manila, we will be having the Mindoro, Sablayan Prison and Penal Farm. That's about in Mindoro, also a big area.
And then, what other, are there constructions underway even?
Yeah, by the end of this year, I'll be transferring 7,500 inmates or PDL in 2,500 in Davao, another 2,500 in Iwahi, in Palawan, and another 2,500 in Leyte. But we will continuously build more areas because we now have a solution on how to relocate them. For example, in Palawan, did you know that we have about 28,000 hectares there? But since we want it regionalized, we are asking from different regions. In Region 1, we have identified already, Region 2, in Cagayan, and then Region 3 in Magsaysay, Region 4A and B in Palawan, and also in Mindoro, and some other regions. Yeah, in Visayas, I already have identified Camp Hamindan in Capiz, and then Camp Ibaritan in Mindanao, which is in Butuan.
But Director General, by 2028, how many prison facilities would there be in total?
Maybe about 12 in 12 regions. We will have, hopefully. So, because this property now in Muntinlupa is a prime lot. It's not anymore good for a prison colony or a prison compound.
Yeah. Okay.
This is really a prime lot already.
I'm sure ang taas na po niyan, I guess, no, per square meter yung sa NBP. All right. Very
Yeah, because we're just beside Ayala, Alabang, and also Portofino, and all the
Opo.
high-end subdivision here in north of or south of Metro Manila.
Could I get a quick update, sir, on yung planong Alcatraz-like na prison facility? Gagawin pa ho ba ito?
Yeah, kasi under the law, dalawang batas kasi yan na naipasa na eh. Republic Act 10575, which is the regionalization of prison and penal farm, and then Republic Act 11928, which is the establishment of heinous crime facilities.
Right.
No, parang Alcatraz style. We have identified it in Sablayan, Mindoro. It will be up in the mountain. There are no cell sites. There are no road nets. Only a single road net where you will be brought. So it's really a Supermax, what they call it, a Supermax prison for heinous crime offenders.
And when will this begin, and when should it be completed, sir?
It began this year, and then hopefully we'll be completing it before the end of 2028.
Okay. Ganun din po katagal. All right. So I wish we had more time, sir, but I don't. So I wish to speak to you again. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, BuCor Chief Gregorio Catapang.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.